Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and today we're going to be talking about Anni Dewani. Anni Dewani was a Swedish woman of Indian descent and she was born on 12th March 1982 after her family was forced to leave Uganda in the early 1970s after the country's president Idi Amin expelled all Asians living there. They were granted residence in Sweden and they settled in Mariestad where their daughter Annie was born and raised. Annie met Shrien Diwani in London in the year 2009 and they since maintained a long-distance relationship until Annie moved to the UK in March 2010, where they became engaged in May of that year. Problems had started arising between the couple as Shrien would regularly visit gay dating websites. Despite the strained relationship, the two married at Lake Powai near Mumbai, India on 29th October 2010. The wedding ceremony was lavish and it costed around $500,000. They were planning to hold a civil ceremony in the UK in 2011 for the friends who were not able to attend their wedding back in India. For their honeymoon, they decided to go to Kruger National Park in Cape Town, South Africa for 4 nights. On 12th November, the couple returned to Cape Town International Airport where they met taxi driver Zola, who then drove them to Cape Grace Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel. The next day, Tongo drove the couple through the city into Southside Restaurant in Strand, where the couple dined. After their meal, Tongo drove the Diwanis back to Gululethu, which is highly recognized to be a very dangerous part of town, even during the day, let alone at night. So I don't even seem to understand why they would even decide to take that. Shortly after they had turned off the main road, 2 armed men hijacked the vehicle at gunpoint. After driving a short distance, Tongo was ejected from the taxi and he proceeded to call the police. Shrien was robbed of his money, wallet, designer watch, phone, and after being driven for about 20 minutes, he was also ejected from the vehicle, unharmed. At 7:50 the next morning in Legeluthu West, Anni Dewani was found dead in the back of the car, having suffered a single gunshot wound in her neck. She also had a defensive wound through her left arm as she attempted to shield herself from the gunshot. She too had been stolen from, but there was no indication of sexual assault. Days after the crime, arrests were made, and I know I'm going to butcher these names, so kindly bear with me. The palm print of Zola Mngeni was found on the car, and Nziwa Madoda Kwabe made a taped confession on his involvement in the crime. Also, the hotel receptionist, Monde Mbolobo, also admitted to their involvement in the unintentional fatal robbery and kidnapping. After realizing that they were facing life in prison, Kwabe and Mbolobo later changed their stories and alleged the crime had been a premeditated murder for hire by Annie's husband, Shrien Diwani. Taxi driver Zola, who had initially claimed to be a very innocent victim of the incident, but with the weight of the evidence implicating him in the crime, he too changed his story and alleged that the husband was indeed the instigator. Zola pleaded guilty to murder in 2010 and was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Kwabe pleaded to murder in August 2012 and he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Mngeni was tried and convicted of murder in November 2012, and according to testimonies, he is the one who shot Annie while struggling to get her handbag, and he was sentenced to life in prison where he died of a brain tumor. Monde Mbolombo admitted his involvement but was offered immunity in exchange for testimony against the other men alleged to have been involved in the crime. After a long legal battle, Shrien Diwani was extradited from the UK to South Africa on 7th April 2014. Upon arrival, he was arrested, charged, and ordered to stand trial for allegedly arranging the murder of his wife. He was charged with 5 offenses: 1. Conspiracy to commit kidnapping, 2. Robbery with aggravating circumstances, 3. Murder, 4. Kidnapping, and 5. Obstructing the administration of justice. He pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges. Diwani's trial began on 6th October 2014, and under keen investigation, the key witnesses contradicted their previous statements and each other on most of the key elements of the murder for hire story. Tongo and Malombo were found to have fabricated telephone calls and text messages that did not exist and refused to identify a fifth conspirator referred to in taped recordings. Kwabe refused to explain to the court why Annie was driven into a residential area. On 24th November 2014, after the close of the prosecution's case, Diwani's counsel argued for the case to be dismissed, citing a lack of credible evidence linking his client to the crime. On 8th December, the application for dismissal was granted by Judge Travaso, and Shrien Diwani was acquitted and exonerated of all involvement with the crimes. In her judgment, Travaso ruled there was no credible evidence linking Shrien Diwani to the crime. 6 months after her death, in a Hindu ceremony, Anni Dewani's family scattered her ashes in her favorite area of the Vänern Lake, close to her hometown, Mariestad, Sweden. On 4th August 2018, Annie Hindocha's uncle, acting as the spokesman of the Hindocha family in response to the media reports of Shrien Diwani's same-sex relationship, said, "We accept he did not murder Annie, but he lied to us and had a very secret gay life. He owes us an apology for his lies." Well, there goes the story of Anni Dewani. For more videos, like and subscribe, and until next time, please take care of yourself, and I love you.